Okay, well, just freaking recorded a bunch of this freaking video that I'm making right now and deleted it all. It's 2:53 a.m. and I have to start over. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. Dang it. So the first mistake I made is the clip when I was recording, like screen recording, like a reaction and watching something, and then I would, give my thoughts. Well, I had my freaking microphone on mute, but I had some stuff screen records before that I remembered to not mute it. So I would have only had to do that clip over, which that was the longest clip, but it still, like, okay, I still had the beginning part done, and then I exited out of something that I didn't think was the actual video, and I hadn't saved it yet, and it deleted the whole thing. Oh, so mad. Okay, let's try to do this. So what we're gonna do is, this video is going to be about Libby, kind of, Kelsi, and her mom. So I wanted to play that clip where Kelsi talks about her mom, and then I wanted to play that clip where they interview her mom, and I just wanted to kind of point out some things. So as I was making the first one that I deleted, I was watching, we were going through watching that part where she says that she's in it for the money, and then I noticed a few like body language stuff, so I went into that. So now I kind of already know what I want to go into, so I guess that helps. But okay, so I just want to make sure, disclaimer here, I have nothing against the Patties or Kelsi. This is not what this is about at all, because my whole thing is, if Kelsi does feel like that way towards her her mom, it's not her fault. I'll say that it wouldn't be her fault that she feels that way. I just like to understand like the dynamics of the families when I'm studying a case. So I want to understand this all because that's just how my brain works. I like to know every detail of the cases that I do like deep dives into. And with that being said, also I want to point out that this isn't me at all trying to insinuate that I think they have anything to do with the murders, because I don't think there's really any proof besides her inconsistencies, but I do think that that's just her age showing, nervousness. Like, I don't think, and I can't see how and why she would have anything to do with it. I'm talking about as far as Kelsi. I think at the most it could be of why maybe there's some weird connections is, I think there's a possibility that the Patties know people, they have connections with people, they, with all the corruptness going on in Carroll County, there could be some of that leaking in because they know people, they're friends with people. That could be just all it is. Could be more, but as far as them having anything to do with the murders, no, I don't think that. All right, so I'm going to play the clip from the James Renner interview, and we'll go from there. I'll point out some of the things.
You mentioned your parents. So you were raised by your grandparents, which is an interesting, different kind of situation. Do you keep in touch with your mom and dad?
My dad actually lives with us.
Oh, he does? Okay.
My mom lives in Kentucky.
Was he there today?
He's probably at work right now. He's redoing a house for my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6. And she's using psychics to help solve the case. Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away, like, no thank you. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Do you need to get that? Yeah, it's just hello.
So first of all, she says, oh, she's in it for the money, and then he asks, oh, how many interviews has she done? Is she doing a bunch? Oh, only one. Yeah, how the heck is she in it for the money when she's only done one interview? And I'm sure, I think that is a local channel. I doubt they even paid her for the interview. She probably just did the interview. And the fact that she's using psychics, she's probably spending money on psychics. You know what I'm saying? So she's for sure not, the psychics aren't for sure giving her money. You know what I'm saying? If anything, she's paying to get the psychic readings because she wants to get answers. And she just has certain beliefs and is going about it a different way than what Kelsi's going about it. You know, some people put their faith, or I don't want to say faith, but some people like psychics, some people don't. And she's just one of those ones, I guess, that does. And so if anything, she's just trying to get answers just like Kelsi, but she's just going a different way. So if Kelsi has an issue with her using psychics, that's fine, I guess, but why say, oh, she's in it for the money because of that? I mean, just let her do whatever she needs to do, that she feels like she needs to do to try to help her find answers. You know, I mean, I know we don't know what it was like for Kelsi growing up with her, so we don't know that, but the fact that she said she's in it for the money, what's going on with the case, that's what she's talking about. No, I'm sorry. And it was just funny because he's like, oh yeah, she's doing a bunch of interviews. How many has she done? Oh, only one. All right there, Kelsi. I don't know. That just upsets me that she said that. Okay, so when I was looking through this, I noticed she blinks, like high blink rate when they're talking about this, right? So I looked up what the high blink rate means in body language. When you're like studying body language, like I always say though, I never use it as a conclusive thing, like to give me the answers. I just use it as a tool because I feel like everybody's different and there's certain things that might not pertain to everybody, or in certain situations we're also unique and stuff. So I don't like to use it as like, oh, this means that. But it's interesting to kind of look, because there could be common things that, you know, that you could use as a tool. Okay, so what I did is I went through another part of the interview to see if she, you know, always does that. And it does seem like other parts of the interview where she wouldn't be lying and maybe not as anxious. I don't know. The whole interview in itself could be making her kind of anxious or nervous, you know? Not because she's lying necessarily, because she does seem to blink a lot throughout the whole interview. I'm not sure if she does it more here than on different parts, but she does do this thing where she blinks her right eye at a different time, like kind of like this. So let's watch this part when she talks about her mom, and I'll zoom in, okay? So just let's see, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay.
You mentioned your parents.
You know what? Let me hold on one second. Okay, that might be a little bit clearer.
You mentioned your parents. So you were raised by your grandparents, which is an interesting, you know, different kind of situation. Do you keep in touch with your mom and dad?
My dad actually lives with us.
Oh, he does? Okay.
My mom lives in Kentucky.
Was he there today?
He's probably at work right now. He's redoing a house for my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6, and she's using psychics to help solve the case.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away, like, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wanting to help. Wanting to help.
She stick her tongue out. Look, she's sticking her tongue out.
To help. You guys just push them away, like,
she just stuck her tongue out and went, mm-hmm. The heck? Okay, so guys, I went through the blink rate first when I recorded this video, but after going through everything and coming to the conclusion, I'm not sure if the blink rate's higher on this part. It's still interesting. I do want to talk about it, but since I'm not 100% sure if I could say that it is any more than the rest of the video, I'm going to leave that up to you guys. But I decided to kind of put this in a different order, so I'm going to do the last part first. So you saw that I just caught the tongue jut, or the sticking out the tongue, which is a sign of something in body language analysis. So since she actually ends up doing that twice around this time, talking about her mom, and then there's one other thing that she does do that I wanted to point out. Well, actually two other things that she does. So we have the high blink rate, which we'll do last because I'm not sure about that. The 2 tongue juts, and it's just around that short period talking about her mom, yeah. And then what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do the hair tuck first, and then we'll go to the tongue juts, and then there's one other thing that I wanted to point out. Okay, let's do it. So okay, sorry, I had to get it cropped. Okay, so the next thing I noticed is as soon as she says that her mom is in it for the money, she takes her right arm and puts her hair behind her ear on her left side. And I'm sure those of you that study body language know some of the different meanings that could entail. And also the whole cluster of symptoms, I feel like she does have a little cluster. So she does that, and there's one other thing that I'm going to end up pointing out after we go through the hair talk, okay? Actually, there's a few other things that I want to point out. So as I was going through editing and watching this video more, I keep finding new things. So hopefully this video doesn't turn into too long of a video. But hey, I feel like I want to let you know as I'm seeing things because I want to get your input. But I want to read you like the 5 reasons for the hair talk. Okay, so let's watch it real quick so you can see.
You mentioned your parents. So you were raised by your grandparents, which is an interesting, different kind of situation. Do you keep in touch with your mom and dad?
My dad actually lives with us.
Oh, he does? Okay.
My mom lives in Kentucky.
Was he there today?
He's probably at work right now. He's redoing a house for my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6, and she's using psychics to help solve the case.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away, like, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so right here, let's go through the hair talk again, right? Watch when she does it.
For the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah. Is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't...
Now watch, does her hair really need tucked behind her ear? Because one of the reasons is maybe, it could just be like a natural, authentic thing where the hair is in somebody's face and she has to move it. But no, I don't believe that's what it is, but look at it and I'll let you judge.
Because she's like one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It doesn't even,
I haven't actually seen
it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's not because the hair is in her way or anything. It's a behavior, and we'll see what you guys think it is. I'll read you some of the possibilities. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to try to enhance. There we go. That you could see a little bit better. I forgot to do that. All right. So let's look at this article, Attraction Diary. So I thought it was a pretty good article. Kind of just got to the point of some stuff. Like I said, there's more, more articles, more literature on it if you want to look into it. But even if you don't think that it means anything for her, it is interesting and good to learn about this stuff, Okay, so 1 is the sign of attraction. So it says, though often used as a sign of attraction or flirting, this simple, unassuming action carries more meaning than you might think. It's a move that is as versatile as it is common, and its interpretation can vary drastically based on context. That said, here are 5 different meanings behind a girl tucking their hair behind her ear. 1 is sign of attraction. You may not know it, but a girl tucking her hair behind her ear is a gesture that has its roots in human biology. It's a nonverbal way of showcasing the face, making her neck and her facial features more visible, and therefore more open to the person they're interacting with. Now, don't rush off and start interpreting every hair tuck as a proclamation of love. Context and frequency matter a great deal. If she does it repeatedly during your conversation, and especially if she's making direct eye contact or smiling, then there's a good chance that she's subtly communicating her interest. It also says these signs are often unconscious and she might not even realize she's doing them. She might be attracted to your ideas, your charisma, your humor, or your friendship. Okay, so don't think it's that. A comforting gesture. Tucking hair behind the ear can also be a self-soothing or comforting gesture. Stress, anxiety, or discomfort can lead people to engage in small, repetitive actions that provide a sense of calm and control. Could be a little bit of this. It's akin to the feeling some get from fidgeting, twirling a ring, or playing with a stress ball. When faced with an uncomfortable situation or intense conversation, a girl might find herself tucking her hair behind her ear as a means to manage her emotions. It serves as a small distraction, giving her a moment to gather her thoughts and feelings. If you notice this, it could be a signal to ease off a bit, change the subject, or offer some words of comfort. However, it's essential not to jump to conclusions. This is only one possible explanation, and there are many potential factors at play. For instance, maybe she just got a new haircut, and she isn't used to how her hair falls. Maybe it's windy, or she's simply used to playing with her hair. So no, none of these I don't think apply. Okay, so let's go to the next one. 3 is a display of confidence. On the other hand, tucking her hair behind her ear can sometimes denote a boost of confidence. By exposing her face fully, she's asserting her presence and showing that she's not afraid to take up space. This is particularly likely in more formal or professional settings, where open body language can be a powerful tool. When she tucks her hair behind her ear during a presentation, a meeting, or a negotiation, she's demonstrating that she's ready to engage fully. She's focused, assertive, and prepared. She's got something to say. She wants her audience to hear it clearly. Don't think it's that. I mean, it could be... No, I don't think it's that, actually. Flirting signal, no, but... Hair tucking is a classic prenup behavior, a term borrowed from the animal kingdom, which refers to actions designed to improve one's appearance or attract a mate. When flirting, she might tuck her hair behind her ear while making a prolonged eye contact, accompanied by a smile. Like, I'm so, like, not the one to be giving examples. Anyway, this movement exposes her neck and face, drawing attention to her and making her appear more open and inviting. It's a flirtatious move that says, hey, I'm interested in you. But hey, don't get carried away too soon. Interpreting flirting signs is often more art than science. Prolonged eye contact, blushing, touching, and playful banter are other common flirting signals. If these signs are accompanying the hair tuck, you might be on the right track. Now this is where I think it's at for her. Expression of nervousness. Because remember what the topic is. She just got done saying that her mother is in it for the money. Does the tuck right after that. And you can almost tell she kind of gets flushed. Like her face gets like red and then, just like a flush. Where it first gets red and then it gets like flush looking. But yeah. So expression of nervousness. It's not uncommon for people to play with their hair when they're feeling a bit on edge. In this context, this action serves as a form of self-touch that has a calming effect on the nervous system. During a nerve-wracking event, such as a job interview or first date, she might be tucking her hair behind her ear to alleviate her anxious feelings. Or like an interview like this, and talking about her mom, saying not so nice things about her mom. Anyway, it says it's an involuntary reaction, something she does without even realizing when she's trying to relieve tension. 5, an indicator of boredom. In some cases, when a girl tucks her hair behind her ear, it might be an indicator of boredom. It could signify that her mind is elsewhere and she's not particularly engaged in what's happening around her. When we're bored, we often look for minor distractions, and playing with the hair can provide just that. I don't think she's bored here. It says if she's doing this while someone is talking and she's looking away or during an event, it might be a silent signal that she's not finding the conversation or situation particularly stimulating. Don't think it's that. Okay, simply a habit. And I don't think that's what she's doing here. It doesn't seem like it's a habit. I mean, I think she could have that as a habit. A lot of girls do, tucking her hair behind her ear. But I don't know. I'm not thinking that's what's going on here. Another thing that I noticed when she's on this topic is... Well, let me play it. See if you guys notice anything.
Right now,
okay.
Rebuilding a house with my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of those
first of all, she goes like that. That has to mean something. And then...
Well, that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any...
Jut right there. So she does hair behind the ear, and then what they call... I learned that from the behavior panel. They call it tongue jut, right? So, and then right before that, she goes this little... Did you notice that? Oh! 3. Wouldn't that be a cluster right there? So let's see. Let's look at what the tongue jut means. Okay, so there's a baby here, so my mom's going nuts. I just wanted to point out that dog barking. So there's 3 dogs here today. My cousin has her dog and my aunt has her dog. And then Zeke. So you're going to hear some barking just for like a minute of this because most of this is recorded last night. Or maybe that was 2 nights ago. That she does it twice. She does that tongue jut twice. So I want to show you both times.
Your grandparents, which is an interesting, different kind of situation. Do you keep in touch with your mom and dad?
My dad actually lives with us.
Oh, he does? Okay.
My mom lives in Kentucky.
Was he there today?
He's probably at work right now. He's redoing a house for my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Tuck?
Yeah.
Okay,
oh, I didn't know that.
The first tongue jut.
I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done one
there's a
for
second
Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6, and she's using psychics to help solve the case.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You
Right
guys
there.
just push them away, like, no thank you.
So there's 2. You see them? Here's the second one right here.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push.
And then the first one is where?
She's doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
It's right after
You mean this case?
Tuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her. Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews.
And then or whatever she's doing.
I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen...
No, wait, it was before that where she's like...
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this
Hair
case?
tuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6, and she's using psychics to help solve the case.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away.
There you go.
No, thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so I found this video just today. So most of this video is recorded from like 2 days ago, but I ended up finding this other video today, which is really interesting. So I'm going to play this first before I go over the article that I found on tongue jutting. So this video is Joe Navarro. So I looked him up, and he is world leading expert on body language, human behavior, and leadership development. He's a former FBI agent. See what it says. It's estimated that as much as 80% of our interaction with others is through nonverbal communication or body language. And the vast majority of the nonverbal cues we display are driven by our subconscious mind. They are important indications of how we are feeling and what we're thinking. Joe Navarro has been studying nonverbal behavior for the past 45 years. 25 of these were spent in the FBI catching spies. Today, Joe is an internationally recognized expert, consultant, author, and gifted lecturer. In the interpretation and application of nonverbal behavior, his book, What Everybody Is Saying, after more than a decade, remains the #1 best-selling body language book in the world, with more than 1 million copies sold. Oh, he's got an online course. But anyway, just wanted to show you who he is because we're going to be watching his video. It's just a really short video on that tongue jutting that I believe is what Kelsi is doing when she's talking about her mother, which is very interesting. Listen to what he says, and then, like I said, I go over like an article where it could be like a possible 5 or 6 things, but I'm glad I found this video.
Another mouth behavior that's significant is something that just was recently published. And that is what's known or referred to as a tongue jut. And it is this. The person is talking and they know they just got away with something. And it will be manifest in their mouth simply by this. The person very quickly juts their tongue out between the teeth, but doesn't touch the lips. And I'll do it again. It's simply this. Very fast. The person will be talking.
Okay, so here's the two where she does it right there. All in that short little couple minutes of her talking about her mom. There is definitely a cluster, like I said. The hair, the tuck in the hair, the two tongue juts, and then there's that one thing with her mouth where she kind of grinds her teeth. I still have to figure out what that means, but hopefully as I'm editing this, I will do a little research.
And they'll say, yes, this is a great deal. The second person says, is this the best deal that I can get? And the salesperson shoots back and says, absolutely, this is the best deal. The tongue jut, it's universal. What it's saying is, I just got away with something. Now, how do you see that at the poker table? Over and over and over. Wow. You'll see poker players who limp in, who put in the minimum, even though they have a monster hand, getting other players to put in their chips. And as soon as they get the first person or the second person to put chips into the pot, you'll see them do this. It means I got away with something. Now, that kind of behavior, the tongue jut, isn't going to last forever. It may only last 1/10 of a second, but it's very accurate, and it's something that you should be looking for if you're going to be interpreting behavior.
See, hers lasts a little bit longer, so that's why I'm not sure, since there is like 5 or 6 different reasons that this could be. Maybe it's one of the other ones. It could be a mix, maybe, because it does make sense at this point when she's talking about her mother, that she thinks her mom is in it for the money, is when we see it. So this will go along with it. Is she thinking, I just got away with this, I just lied about my mom, she really isn't in it for the money? It very well could. And some of the other ones that I was thinking, yeah, this could be it, are kind of like almost along the same lines, where it feels like it could be like maybe all of them. Not all of them, but like a mixture of some. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you that before I continue with the rest of the video I recorded a couple nights ago. I mean, I think that would be whatever. She does something with her tongue, okay? Let's see, tongue protrusion or tongue rejection. I don't know, maybe it could be something like that. I mean, she sticks it out, but then it's almost like she's like stopping it from coming out all the way. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Tongue protrusion or tongue rejection. Okay, pushing out the tongue displays. Description: the tongue is loosely forced out of the open mouth like a baby shoving out unpleasant food. I'm trying to find some more articles about the tongue. And going through some, I found the one with here. She kind of like clenches her mouth when she's talking about her mom. Where did I put that? What is it? Let's do the tongue thing first. So tongue jutting between teeth. When you see the tongue sticking out between the teeth, it tends to mean that the person thinks they have gotten away with something or think that they have been found out. I don't know. Kind of between the teeth and kind of not it is. It's like it could be. It says, remember, context is important when studying any kind of nonverbal behavior. It could be because, like, what if she is lying about what she's saying about her mom? So she may think that, I got away with it. I just basically deceived him, the interviewer. He believed me. It very well could be. That makes sense. Or, shoot, they found me out. But no, I don't think it's that, because he didn't. And then, tongue out, sticking the tongue out of the mouth can mean the person doesn't like you or is being cheeky towards you. Think kids. No, not that. No, right here. Oh, I found the one with the clenched teeth, so let me read that real quick. Okay, so I'm going to play you that part, the clenched teeth part, so I remind you what I'm talking about.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of those people.
She's like one of those people. Here, I'll play it one more time.
She's like one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think.
So she only does it real quick, but right before she says she's doing it for the money, I think, and right after she says, I don't talk to my mom much. Speaking with clenched teeth, I think is a good description. Talking through clenched teeth is often a sign of anger or frustration. This expression conveys that the person is trying to maintain control over the emotion, but is reaching their breaking point. She probably has a lot of anger and frustration and maybe even hatred towards her mom because of growing up, probably being told constantly. I mean, growing up, imagine what an impact. Your brain's developing, you're growing up, and you're hearing these negative things about your mom. Yeah, you could develop this anger towards her. And I don't know for sure that's what happened, but she obviously has this anger towards her. I mean, I think it's quite obvious from just this interview. She's not, I don't know, she doesn't have a good look or opinion on her, it seems like. And if her mom really wasn't around that much, then how did she develop this opinion? So it's just my opinion though on her being told, so I just want to make sure I clear that up. What do you guys think? Do you think it possibly her grandparents and her dad were telling her growing up, her and Libby, how horrible her mom was? Okay, so let's get back to the tongue jut. We haven't finished going over that. Sticking your tongue out can be a sign of contempt or disgust. In children, it can be cute. Among adults, it sometimes can be an erotic gesture. It's how babies learn to use their mouth muscles or imitate communications from other. It can indicate a joke, nervousness, silliness, or an apology. But yeah, definitely not a joke when she does it. It says it is a rude gesture with many customs. However, the context, situation, and intent of this behavior may alter its meaning. Sticking a tongue out could indicate that a person is being rude, mocking, disgusted, taunting, teasing, playful, cute, flirtatious, or sexual. I think with her it's disgust and contempt, or she got one over on you, or that they just got away with something. I think it's because she's lying about her mom in it for the money.
People that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done.
So I think it's more what Joe Navarro said. Basically, her thinking she got one over on somebody.
I haven't actually seen any.
Wait, I think she does like a snarl after that. I think that's what you would call it. Let me show you.
You mentioned your parents. So you were raised by your grandparents, which is an interesting, different kind of situation. Do you keep in touch with your mom and dad?
My dad actually lives with us.
Oh, he does? Okay.
My mom lives in Kentucky.
Was he there today?
He's probably at work right now.
I wasn't even talking about that one, but she almost does a little one like that too. Watch right here. She's like, but I don't know. What do you guys think? But that's not the one I was talking about.
Today.
So actually, I just wanted to point out that is something, because when I was looking under the purse lips, which it's another thing I end up catching after I'm editing, and yesterday I ended up catching that, so I want to point that out today. So I keep adding little chunks in here so you can see I'm like different clothes and different time periods, and they're all just intermixed with the video. But anyway, so look, Elvis lips. They actually call it that, but watch, right?
He's probably at work right now. He's redoing a house.
Was he there today?
When she asked about her dad right here.
Okay.
My mom lives in Kentucky.
Was he there today?
He's probably at work right now.
I mean, I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if this does mean this. Here, I'll show you right here where it says Elvis lips. One side of the upper lip is pulled toward the nose. According to research as far back as Darwin, this is a universal sign of disgust. When a person exhibits this emotion, it usually means they disagree or like whatever stimulus caused the reaction. Now, I'm not sure. Let's see real quick. What does he ask?
Oh, he does? Okay. Which is an interesting, different kind of situation. Do you keep in touch with your mom and dad?
My dad actually lives with us.
Oh, he does? Okay.
My mom lives in Kentucky.
Was he there today?
He's probably at work right now. He's redoing it.
So, wonder if there's something about him asking if he was there today that kind of bothered her? Because it says, a universal sign of disgust. When a person exhibits this emotion, it usually means they disagree or dislike whatever stimulus caused the reaction. What are you doing? I'm working right now, cutie. Oh, you want to take that down? But we can't see it as it's recording the way I'm doing it, but this is my niece Gia. You'll be on my video. You'll be on my video when I upload it to YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. Yeah, because anyway, so yeah, I don't know if this means anything.
But where did you found that?
Find what?
This thing. This thing.
It's a microphone.
Where did you found it?
I ordered it online.
But tell me, where do you found it?
On Amazon?
No, where do you found it? Over in here. Way over here.
I don't know what you're asking.
Where did you found that?
I ordered it. I found it online, looking online, and I found
Why it changes colors?
Yeah, it changes colors.
Oh, there's so many cups. There's a cup in your bed.
It's a water bottle because I need to drink water when I drink it as I sleep.
What do you mean?
Like I'll wake up and I'll get thirsty and I'll drink.
It's dark outside right now. Yeah. Ow.
Ooh, be careful. Okay.
Well,
I need to add this into
what
here.
are you doing?
So I don't know. I think it's just. It could be a little bit of something around him asking if his dad was home earlier. Maybe that's bringing some kind of something that's making her feel like, how did that word that again? Disgust, that they disagree or dislike whatever stimulus caused the reaction. So maybe she disliked the fact that he was, questioning where her dad was. I don't know. I'm a little bit up in the air with that one. If that is, meaning that, or if it's just some kind of facial expression she did. What do you guys think?
He's probably at work right now. He's redoing a house for my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
Right there. She kind of... Well, she tucks her hair, and then and kind of gives like a disgust look. It's not very prominent, but a lot of times with these signs, or what would you even call them? Whatever, the little, okay, I looked it up. Nonverbal cues, I think is what you call them. They're really subtle. They're not sometimes that obvious. It's like, because sometimes it's like, you don't want to be obvious about it, but your body just can't help it, I feel like. So it's like, sometimes they just come out, like, when maybe you're trying to make it so it's not looking that way, but sometimes you just can't help it. So sometimes they're just more subtle. But let's watch it again and see what you think.
I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
So she goes... Okay, I realized after editing this, watching this back, I can't get my eyebrows to do what she's doing. Hers are like the inverse of what mine are trying to do. But you get it. You could tell what that means. You know what I'm saying? It's like a disgust kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's exactly what you would picture when you think of disgust. What do you guys think? So not only like after she does that, her eyebrows go up, and she's like. Which, that's another disgust thing, and contempt, I think. I think actually, oh my god, look at my face right now. I'm editing and I didn't realize I'm doing that when I'm recording. I don't know if that would be contempt. So she does raise her eyebrows when she does it. This said raised eyebrows often signal discomfort. Which I know that's not always the case because they can mean other things, but... The snarl is unique because it's basically the disgust and anger emotions combined into one. Upper lip raise is a reliable indicator of disgust. Even if they're trying to conceal it, it's likely you would still have this raised upper lip. I did mention earlier that people often mistake disgust with anger, so I don't think she's angry. I think it's disgust, because she's talking about her mom. I do. I think that's how she feels, which is, it sucks. Sneer, facial expression of scorn or disgust characterized by a slight raising of one corner of the lip, known as curling the lip or turning up the nose. So yeah, I think I see it. What do you guys think? Let's watch it again.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's
like that even mixes the, you know how that looked like, so she has the disgust and then the lip like that. It's not a good expression, her feelings to her mom. I could tell that. Watch.
I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6.
See, I think that expression is coming from what she just said. It's not coming from what he said. It's a late reaction of when she was talking about her mom in it for the money, and she's still thinking about that, goes like this, tongue jut, and like does the facial expression. So I think it's that all the reaction to what she's saying and thinking about her mom. All right, so let's get back to the rest of the video I already recorded. I feel like I keep picking up new things. This video is gonna be forever. I might have to cut out some stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6. And she's using psychics to help solve the case.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. To help. You guys just push them away, like, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You need to get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Redoing a house for my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because
she's like these are all something like, yeah.
One of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because
You mean this case?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Tongue's
that.
coming.
I haven't
the tongue,
actually seen
and then
any
watch.
interviews with
She
her.
does it again in a couple minutes.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6. And she's using psychics to help solve the case.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away, like, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You need to get that.
Yeah, it's just, well, Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6. And she's using psychics to help solve the case.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away, like, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So there's two. Like
Oh,
I
I didn't know that.
We'll watch both of them with.
In a way, because,
You mean this case?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
You saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Tongue.
I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6. And she's using psychics to help solve the case.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away, like, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
She don't like the whole psychic thing. But here, actually, I want to start from right
You
here and
mentioned your
see.
parents. So you were raised by your grandparents. which is an interesting, different kind of situation. Do you keep in touch with your mom and dad?
My dad actually lives with us.
Oh, he does? Okay.
My mom lives in Kentucky.
Was he there today?
He's probably at work right now. He's redoing a house for my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one. Keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of.
She's like, and she does the hair tuck and 2 tongue juts. One when she's in the middle of kind of talking, and then one when he brings up psychics, when he's saying psychics. Oh, I bet you psychics are coming at you or whatever. So I think she's almost like disgusted by her mom wanting to try to get answers through psychics. Her mom in general. I mean, the whole in it for the money. I don't get that doing one interview just because she uses psychics. No, sorry, I don't see it. Yeah, so those last 3 things that we saw, I feel like are even more prevalent and more of a thing than the high blink rate. I'm not sure about the blink rate. She has these weird blinks, but it's in the whole interview, like where her right eye blinks at different times than her left. And it seems like at different times, but not even through a whole topic, she'll increase her blink rate. So I'm not sure if it's more around this topic or not. And there might be a little bit more, but I'm not 100%. What do you guys think? A couple more things I want to point out, okay, that I noticed as I was going through this. So we have.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So right there.
Yeah.
Her lip purse.
To help. You guys just push them away, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, pretty much. Purses her lips. There was another one, I can't find it. Another lip purse. I don't know, I can't find it now.
She's one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because.
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her. She's
done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6. And
yeah, what about that for Channel 6? I don't know if that means anything right here.
Channel 6.
Channel 6.
Channel 6.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be considered a lip purse or not.
One of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because.
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She started doing that kind of again. She doesn't have good feelings towards her mom.
For Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6, and she's using psychics.
Even the way she says psychics, she's not happy. But I do think some of this could be meaning that she's lying about her mom doing it for money. Those lip juts. Tongue juts. Sorry, why do I keep saying lip juts? Tongue juts. And then there's one more thing, and then we're going to look up what it means. So we have to look up the pursing, lip pursing, and then when she basically goes over and kind of just scratches her arm.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez.
Like this. Was that really an itch, or is there something to that? So I want to look up what that possibly could mean, because I know some things could just be itches and normal natural things, but I just think there's too much going on in this little short amount of time of her talking about her mom, that there's so much that I don't think it's just a coincidence. I think it means something. Okay, so we have lip purse. I do have one on this website here about the lip purse. So purse lips. So how to read lips. The pursed lips are pulled inward from all directions, similar to kissing, but the lips pulled in more tightly. This reaction can be seen in babies as early as 4 weeks old. The lip purse body language movement reveals tension, frustration, disapproval, and anger. It is effectively holding the mouth shut to keep the person from saying what they want to say, often tied to dishonesty. This lip expression or micro expression is often used by people who are evaluating their options and deciding which option to go with. Often those options are, should I lie or should I tell the truth? Okay, so let's see. So frustration, tension, frustration, disapproval, and anger, basically holding the mouth shut to keep the person from saying what they want. Now let's go back and see what was that was being said at the time.
To help you guys just push them away, like, no thank you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, about the psychics, do you just push them away? So she probably has a lot more to say about that. I'm sure frustration, disapproval, tension, holding the mouth shut to keep the person from saying what they really want to say. Yes, I could see that. She probably wants to say a lot about the whole psychics and her mom using psychics, but she's stopping herself. They're evaluating their expression or micro-expression is often tied to dishonesty. This lip expression or micro-expression is often used by people who are evaluating their options and deciding which option to go with. Those options... So, often those options are, should I lie or should I tell the truth? Interesting. Okay. Now let's look at the scratch. So I don't know if like the scratching part, you know, where it's like self-soothing, if it has to be longer. I mean, it was just a quick scratch, but it could just be like something, because I don't think it was like because she had to itch or anything. Let me see here. Language of scratching. Itching. Scratching serves as a distraction to negative emotions and can help alleviate the sensation caused by stress. When scratching is done vigorously or conversely, gently, it may reduce stress by releasing pain-killing hormones or comforting hormones, respectively. When stress due to lying or otherwise is the cause of scratching, one should be careful to make it appear that one is simply using scratching to reduce normal skin discomfort. This will avoid being perceived in a negative light. You should be careful to make it appear that one is simply using scratching to reduce normal skin. I don't know. If you find them rubbing or scratching their arms while talking to you, you can take it as a sign of manipulation. But see, hers was just a quick thing, so I don't know if that means anything. Let me know what you guys think. But I feel like it is something where it's like, it really wasn't a scratch. There was another reason I feel like that she just did that. Like a nervousness, like a little... like movement to, I don't know, distraction to, I think it could be a distraction to negative emotions. I do think that, oh wait, that's the one we just went over. I don't know, could just be like a distraction in some way. But I swear I thought there was a scratch to her face at one point too. Hold on, let me see. So this is the one I was talking about, right? Is it right here?
In a house with my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
She's done one for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6, and she's using psychics to help solve the case.
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to help. You guys just push them away, like, no thank you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you need to get that?
Yeah, it's just hold on.
Okay, so it was, you know, that
In a house with my grandma. Rafael Sanchez.
right there.
For Channel 6.
Don't know.
One for Rafael Sanchez for Channel 6.
So talk.
One for Rafael Sanchez.
Talking about the interview that her mom did. The one interview. Okay, so let's point them all out here.
I'm at work right now.
Okay.
Redoing a house with my grandparents.
Okay.
I don't really keep in touch with my mom because she's like one
She's like the teeth clenching. That's one.
of those people that is doing it for the money, I think, in a way, because...
You mean this case?
Yeah.
The hair tuck.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't actually
The tongue jut.
seen any interviews with her.
The whatever. I can't do that, but like the
I haven't actually seen any interviews with her.
the little snarl, or I can't do that. Why can I not do it? I can't like mirror her. Mine goes opposite, but it's like I can't do it.
She's
But
done one for Rafael Sanchez.
arm scratch. Wait, is that she scratching with her same arm? Yeah, she's scratching with the same arm.
For Rafael Sanchez.
Or the same hand, I should say.
For Channel 6.
I don't know if that Channel 6 is anything. If she's like if it's like one of those things where she almost like is hesitant as she's saying it because she's realizing it's a lie or there's something up with that. Might not be anything, but do you see how she like almost like in the middle of her saying it, she almost wants to take it back. So I don't know. Let me know if there's any body language people that could tell me if you think that means anything. So could that mean that she's lying about the interview, or she's taking it back, she's regretting, she wants to stop saying it because she doesn't say it for some reason? I'm gonna play it one more time.
For channel 6, and she's using psychics.
Could be nothing. And this might come across like I'm making fun of her. I'm not making fun of her at all. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to just like understand her body language. So hopefully it doesn't come across, but I'm trying to like enunciate or trying to like show exactly, I guess, what is the word for it? Exaggerate in a way, but not really. But I'm trying to like point out the things. That's why I'm doing it like this. But I wouldn't call it exaggerate because she is doing it, but I'm just trying to make it like well seen of what points I'm trying to point out, if that makes sense.
To help solve the case?
Yeah, I'm sure psychics come out of the woodwork wanting to
Tongue jut.
You guys just push them away, like, no thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Lip purse. Yeah, pretty much. See, I can't even mirror that. Okay, let me try it again. Yeah, pretty much. I can't do it. I don't know why I have trouble. You know what? I could probably do it if I was looking in the mirror. I think that's why, because I can't see my face, what I'm doing. I bet you I should try that to see if it's because I can't see myself. And if I could look at myself, maybe I could mirror her.
Do you need to get that?
Yeah, this is.
So that's it. So how long is this? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, let me make sure I got them on. I want to show you how many that could possibly be something in this. 38 seconds. She has 7 nonverbal cues that typically do mean stuff in body language, especially when they're in a cluster. So 7 in freaking 38 seconds would definitely be considered a cluster. And then possibly 2 more, which would be 9. But I don't know if those 2 are nonverbal cues. So if somebody maybe could look it up, or if somebody that knows could maybe let me know. Yeah, I could look it up, but the problem with me looking it up is I don't know what to call them. You know what I'm saying? To know for sure. So if somebody is better versed in body language, let me know. The 2 that I'm not sure is these 2 right here.
Channel 6.
The way she says channel 6, and then...
And she's using psychics.
She's using psychics, the way she says psychics. That one I would say is less likely than this right here.
6.
Channel right here.
Channel 6.
Channel 6 I think could be something more than that. Psychics, but I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, besides that, the other 7 are usually typical cues. And then the blink rate. So edited off the end, or I should say it was the beginning, but I chose not to include that in because it's another 20 minutes going through, this article on blink rate. I chose to keep it out because I don't see that much of an increase, maybe a little bit. So I don't know. I'd have to go through all of her interviews to see like what her baseline blink rate is. Let's say I find out that, she has a higher blink rate on this video. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think in that just little section of when she's talking about her mom, I don't think that's necessarily higher than the rest of the interview. There might be a little bit more, but if it's all the same in the whole interview, then it would just mean, maybe she's just like extra nervous for the interview, which makes sense. I'm trying to figure out what she feels about her mom. But let me know. Just see if you notice a little bit of higher blink rate when she's talking to her mom. That's what first caught my attention. But then when I went back and I was comparing them, like I said, there might be a little bit more, but not. I don't know if it's a big enough difference. But maybe. But basically, to sum it up, it would just mean like maybe nervousness, anxious, anxiety, stuff like that. So that would go along with that, Okay, so I want to actually also play a part of that documentary, the Hannah one. Since we're talking about her mom, Carrie, I wanted to play a part of the interview with her mom.
Derek German, Liberty's father, has never spoken to the media. I need to find out why.
You grew up in Delphi?
I grew up in Royal Center, about a half hour, 45 minutes away.
And then when you and Derek got married, you came to Delphi?
I met Derek when I was 19 and kind of migrated towards Delphi. It's a quiet, cute little town, but there's not much to do here, so it's easy to get in trouble, which is kind of why I left.
Yeah.
I think Derek and I got together pretty young, and I had babies pretty quick. Like, I was at home with the kids and he was out partying. Derek and I both had some issues, like he continued partying, I started drinking. I turned to alcohol when we split up, and I don't know, I got into some trouble, he got into some trouble, and Becky ended up taking guardianship of the girls because we were both in jail. And
see, I don't know if she's saying that before they, like when they were together, that she was partying like with the meth or the drugs with him, because she said, oh, when we broke up, he continued partying, I turned to alcohol. So it makes me think that she was using the drugs with him when they were together, and then when they break up, he continued with the drug use, and then she just switched to alcohol. Or is she saying when they were together, he just partied with the drugs, and then when they broke up, he just continued partying and she started using alcohol? Maybe that's what it was. Let me just listen to that again.
I think Derek and I got together pretty young, and I had babies pretty quick. Like, I was at home with the kids and he was out partying. Derek and I both had some issues, like he continued partying, I started drinking. I turned to alcohol when we split up, and
yeah, it sounds like, yeah, that he was out partying when they were together. Maybe she didn't do anything, and then when they split up, she started drinking. But I'm still considering that just because she didn't go out partying with him doesn't mean when he was home that he didn't bring her some drugs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. I mean, sometimes just because, you know what I'm saying, just because she didn't go out partying with him doesn't mean that they didn't party together when he got home. But it sounds like no. I'm thinking that she, what do you guys think? I'm thinking that she just didn't do anything, and then when they broke up, she started drinking a lot. But it really could be either way, to be honest, because just like I said, just because, you know, she's at home with the kids doesn't mean that he doesn't bring her some drugs home, you know. But I'm not trying to insinuate that she did. I don't want to put that on her if she didn't. I'm just trying to work it out and talk out any possibilities. But from what she said, I'm leaning more towards that she probably didn't. He just went out partying, and then she probably was just a drinker, and when they split up is when it got bad and she started drinking a lot. All right, let me continue.
I don't know, I got into some trouble, he got into some trouble, and Becky ended up taking guardianship of the girls because we were both in jail. And I was very grateful for her to do that at the time. They needed someone to step up, and Derek and I clearly could not get our crap together, and we were having a rough time, and Mike and Becky were there, and they gave the kids everything they needed. So very blessed for that. When I was able, I moved to Central Kentucky. Even though we were...
Wow, that does not look like them. What? So that's Libby and that's Kelsi. Why does that not look like them to me? That's weird. Huh.
Even though we were 256 miles away, I tried to keep as much of an open relationship with my girls as I possibly could. I would talk to them as often as possible. Sent both the girls Snapchats every morning. We talked every day. We were very, very, very close. Derek and Libby, they were really, really close too. Very, very close. So she was very much a daddy's girl.
So why is Kelsi acting like she was not like a good mother? She was almost insinuating. Who do you believe? Do you believe that, or do you believe Carrie?
Would Derek ever speak to us?
I don't think so. Not because he is hiding anything, but because he just doesn't like this public. He doesn't do interviews.
Derek kind of remains an enigma, and I know he's private. I get all that. But he does have a meth record.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there anything that suggests that this could be connected to meth activity?
I've not seen anything that shows that. If there were people really out there cooking meth that day, or really out there messed up and saw two kids, and maybe, I don't think that had anything to do with him.
Then when did the police reach out?
Never. Law enforcement never contacted me. I spoke to Tobe Lesenby twice, but that was because I finally reached out to him. in regards to, my grandfather had called me one day at work a few days after her funeral and said something about there was going to be a family press conference and he wanted to know if I needed a place to stay. And I was like, what are you talking about, Grandpa? I don't know anything about a press conference. And he said, well, we just saw it on the news. There's going to be a family press conference. So I called Tobe Lesenby. He acted like he didn't even know who I was.
Okay.
Yeah, it took quite a refresher for me to be like, I'm Carrie Timmons, Liberty German's mother, and
such bullcrap.
Oh yeah. And he basically told me that they were having this press conference and that Mike had been basically chosen as the family spokesperson, and that if I wanted to show up, I could, but I would just be standing in the background.
But it makes
he had told me, that they were making a public cry to have someone turn this killer in, and I said to him, man, wouldn't it sound better to come from her mother?
It makes me wonder if the reason, well, I'm not going to put all the blame on the Patties, but maybe a part of the reason why Tobe was like that is because the Patties kind of putting that in his head too. Like, I think that maybe, just maybe, there was a little bit of that put in Kelsi and Libby's head growing up with them about their mother being this bad person. I mean, look at how Kelsi was talking about her. You could tell that there's like this, like, I don't know if it would be resentment, but like maybe resentment for not being there, and it, there's probably years of hearing bad things about their mother, right? And who's the contact with law enforcement? The Patties. So, could they possibly be saying bad things about her to law enforcement? Maybe law enforcement says, hey, what about Libby's mom? Oh, she wasn't around. She wasn't a good mom. We raised them. She was on drugs or alcoholic. Something like that. I could see that. But, hello, your son was a drug addict too. And I have nothing against addicts, but be fair. Treat them both like their parents. They're both their parents. She was struggling, so was he. How dare you judge her when your son is an addict too? No. But I have a feeling that, yeah, they were told growing up that, some bad things about their parents. I don't like that, Even if she was a bad parent, which I don't think she was. I think she was a struggling addict, alcoholic, I should say. And she thought the best thing for her kids was to leave them where they would have a better life. She wasn't able to provide for them. So I don't think she was a bad person at all. She wanted to get her life together so she was able to take care of them, or to be able to, function and be there for them when she kind of picked up her life, just like he did. So, but what I was going to say, even if the parent was this horrible parent, you don't tell the kids that. If the kids find out for themselves, fine. But you don't put this image of one of their parents, the only parents they will ever have, in their head. Because you can never replace that. That's like growing up, you get that image of your mother in their head like that. You'll never get it out. If growing up they're told that, you will never. And the mother could straighten out her life and want to be there in their children's lives at some point, and then the child's going to view them in this bad way, and that can't be healthy for the child because that's their mother or father. I don't agree either way to do that. You shouldn't do that with any parent. Don't talk bad about the parents. And then when they get older, if the parents still hasn't straightened up their lives, then they'll see it for themselves. Let them form their own opinion of the parent. I'm just really against that. It makes me mad thinking that that's probably what happened with Libby and Kelsi. I mean, I'm not 100%, but, just seeing little signs like that, it might be a possibility, and it's not good. What do you guys think? Do you think that's what happened? Like, growing up, they were told bad things about their mom?
And Tobe said, well, you might be right, but that's not how we're going to do it. Okay. Like I had really been put in my place. And Tobe said, well, you might be right, but that's not how we're going to do it.
Wait, Tobe said you might be right about what? I missed that. Hold on.
Wouldn't it sound better to come from her mother?
Oh, okay.
And Tobe said, well, you might be right, but that's not how we're going to do it.
Wow.
Okay. Like I had really been put in my place. And I did not attend that press conference.
And you've never seen any of the official reports?
Nothing. I've never seen a death certificate. I've never seen a police report. I've never seen anything. To this day, almost 2 years later, I do not know the actual cause of my daughter's death, other than she was murdered.
Wow.
I find that shocking.
I felt more like they were ignoring the fact that there was a whole plethora of possibilities that they weren't even acknowledging existed, because they were acting like I didn't exist. Maybe I don't know anything, maybe I don't have any shred of evidence to help you, but the fact that you haven't even questioned me is absurd. I gave him a list of probably a handful of names and phone numbers, people around here that I thought, maybe they do, maybe they don't, but they're kind of sketchy, this, that, or the other. I have reason that, yeah, you should talk to these people. To this day, 2 years later, those people have never been contacted.
I'm bothered by the way or lack of way that he handled Liberty's mom, Carrie. And that's appalling to me. Lesenby has shut Carrie entirely out of this.
Before you go anywhere,
Yes.
take that deep breath.
Don't lose it.
Don't lose it. And if you want to lose it, that's fine, but lose it after you get all the questions answered that we need.
Well, obviously. So, do you have a person of interest in mind?
There is not a person of interest. It's just that we continue to follow in whatever information is provided to us through the tip lines. To say that we have one singular individual, no. Yeah, obviously we see this face that I have on my wall here, and that's where the focus has been.
Yet the autopsy is sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Has the family learned of cause of death or mode of death?
I believe that has been shared with them.
Because I actually interviewed Carrie, Carrie Timmons, the mother of Liberty German, and she would like that. She said that she has not been informed of that.
There's some legal issues there as far as involving guardianship or custody, and so now obviously if other family members want to share that with her, that's their prerogative.
Yeah, I know Mike and Becky have guardianship. They do not have adoption. They have legal guardianship.
Guardianship, right.
The mother of the deceased is entitled.
Okay.
So I just wanted to go over that. The other thing I wanted to say is that she informed me that when the first press conference was held, that she didn't know that there was going to be a press conference, but she would like to be notified as Liberty's mom. And your response to her was that she wasn't in Liberty's life, and so therefore Mike Patty would be the spokesman for the family. Now Mike Patty is a step-grandfather. So did you make that statement?
I don't remember it specifically being worded that way, no. I don't think I'm not a impersonal type of individual, and so...
She certainly felt you were.
And that's, again, her opinion.
It is her opinion.
She may have perceived it that way.
Do you know if she was involved in Liberty's life?
I like her.
To the best of my knowledge, no. Do you know her background?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What does her background have to do with being a loving mother?
Exactly.
She was Snapchatting with Liberty hours before Liberty left for the Monon High Bridge. So she was very much involved in her daughter's life.
Yep.
So the statement that she had nothing to do with her daughter and it all fell on the guardianship is just not accurate.
I guess a lot of the information that we had received was from Mike and Becky as far as that relationship, and based upon obviously legal documentation that we had seen as well.
So you took Mike and Becky at their word and did
plus
not...
the legal documentation that we had, yes.
Okay. Well, I have to say I think that's unfortunate because it's the mother of Liberty.
Sure.
She did good. Good job.
Okay.
Good job. I like that. She did good. I just want to rewind, play this part where is it? When she first goes in.
Follow in whatever information is provided to us through the tip lines. To say that we have one singular individual, no. Yeah, obviously we see this face that I have on my wall here, and that's where the focus has been.
Yet the autopsy is sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Has the family learned of cause of death or mode of death?
I believe that has been shared with them.
Because I actually interviewed Carrie, Carrie Timmons, the mother of Liberty German.
He's all disgusted there.
Right.
And she would like that. She said that she has not been informed of that.
There's some legal issues there as far as involving guardianship or custody. And so, now obviously if other family members want to share that with her, that's their prerogative.
Yeah, I know Mike and Becky have guardianship. They do not have adoption. They have legal guardianship.
Right.
The mother of the deceased
so why didn't you
entitled.
freaking tell her and give her the
So I
information?
just wanted to go over that. The
It
other
almost
thing I
sounds like, like, dude, Office Space. Have you guys seen Office Space? Lumbergh. He almost sounds like Lumbergh in this. How many of you guys have seen Office Space? Okay, we're not live. I'm so used to doing a live, I'm waiting for people to type it in the chat for a minute. Yeah. Why is he reminding me of Lumbergh in Office Space? Those of you that know what I'm talking about, let me know. And watch this part back and tell me that he doesn't remind you of that. All right, I'm going to play a couple other parts.
to say is that she informed me that when the first press conference was held, that she didn't know that there was going to be a press conference, but she would like to be notified as Liberty's mom. And your response to her was that she wasn't in Liberty's life, and so therefore Mike Patty would be the spokesman for the family. Now Mike Patty is a step-grandfather. So did you make that statement?
Right.
I don't remember it specifically being worded that way. No. I don't think I'm not an impersonal type of individual, and so
She certainly felt you were.
and that's again her opinion.
It is her opinion.
She may have perceived it that way.
Do you know if she was involved in Liberty's life?
To the best of my knowledge, no. Do you know her background?
You know
Yes,
her
I do.
background?
Okay.
Yes,
What does her background have to do with being a loving mother?
Yes.
She was Snapchatting with Liberty.
I don't like this guy.
Hours before Liberty left for the Monon High Bridge. So she was very much involved in her daughter's life.
Mustache.
So the statement that she had nothing to do with her daughter and it all fell on the guardianship is just not accurate.
Not right.
I guess a lot of the information that we had received was from Mike and Becky as far as that relationship. And based upon, obviously, legal documentation that we had.
Is he like a character? Does he break character the way he's talking?
So you took Mike and Becky at their word.
Plus the legal documentation that we had.
Legal documentation.
Okay. Well, I have to say, I think that's
It's like a
unfortunate.
character that he's
Liberty.
playing, and he's fake as crap. Anyway, all right. It is 5:27 a.m. I have a dentist appointment at 8, so I'm not going to bed, but I am going to go get a snack, drink some coffee, and edit this up. So I'm going to end this now, and nope, it's not ending yet. This is 2 days later, and there's still a little bit of time at the end. I thought this was going to be the end, and then I put something that was not going to be the end on the end of this, so there's still a little bit more left if you want to watch. If you made it this far, thank you. Good job. Okay, just wanted to say hi. Future Tiffany. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think Tobe has this freaking, like I said, this character, he, like that freaking, what do you call it, accent, no, I don't even know if you call it accent, but just the way he's doing his voice and his face and how he talks, like, yeah, like I said, Lumbergh, but it's like he's playing a gosh darn freaking character. He's fake as crap. I guarantee you go home, like if you were, you know, oh, I was gonna say if you're married to him, please, no, but like if you were a friend or like saw him when he has his mask off, I'm sure, well, I don't know. I was going to say, I'm sure he talks normal, but maybe he freaking doesn't. Maybe he's just a weird guy that just talks like that to everybody. But that's got to be a put on. Like, he's got to be actually trying to talk that way. It's like a freaking character. So, what does this mean, and is it important? Some people are going to be like, what's your point? It has nothing to do with anything, nothing to do with the murders. I feel like the way that I look at cases is I like to look at everybody, and then sometimes it does get us looking into like different things. So yeah, maybe it's not necessarily a direct link to the murders or a direct, what would you call it, like connection, like what does it have to do with it? But I think it's important because we're trying to figure out like her view on her mother. And just because we were talking about it, I just kind of wanted to understand the relationship. And what really got me wanting to look more into it was after seeing that interview on that documentary that Hannah did. That just, like it gave me like motivation to want to find out like what the heck's the deal. And then when we were watching this interview, you know, during one of the lives, and she said that about in it for the money, that kind of made me mad. So I wanted to figure out what the heck's going on. Why is she saying that? So as I was watching, I caught some of these and I was like, so I would like to know, you know, is she lying? What's making her say this stuff? What's the feelings towards her mother? And then it could kind of give us a look into maybe how Libby felt too, because I'm sure they were raised together. So if she was raised with these negative thoughts about her mom, I'm sure Libby probably was too. I mean, not 100%, because Libby could have been given the same stuff, made her own opinion, and maybe not believed or listened to what she was told, so she might not have taken in that and absorbed it and believed the stuff she was told. So maybe not. She might have a different outlook about her mother. She might have had like a different view on her mother. And like I said, with that being said, I don't know for sure like if they were told stuff by their grandparents, but if I were to guess, I would say yeah, the grandparents and the dad or somebody growing up, because I feel like, because I would think at the beginning when they lived with her, you know, when they were still together, Derek and Carrie, and then they separated and she got into drinking, I would say that I would think that they were probably pretty young, and then by the time that the Patties were taking care of them, they were still young. So would they remember any of the stuff when she was drinking? I would have to know how old they were. And I don't know. I think it's more of a chance of being influenced by growing up and being told stuff. So I don't know. Like I said, to some of you guys this might be stupid and not important, but to me, I do like to know everything, like about all the people, all the family, the friends of the cases. It's just how I do it. I just have to understand everything. So, and I know there are some people like that out there like me. So this video is for you guys. All right, guys, have a good night. Whoa. Yeah. Like I said, this is Wednesday night. Don't know if this will be out tomorrow since I didn't get sleep. I don't know if I'm going to come home after my dentist and sleep. So it might not be out till like Friday or Saturday, but we'll see. You guys already know. You watching it, you already know what day it's out. Alright, bye guys.